I mean, imagine telling your coworker you're quitting because Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 and you coined. Imagine the media reporting on Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 and you. Ticker is Bitcoin, breaking 1 billion market cap. Now, unless you hate money, go ahead and visit
HPOSNI.com.
This token is the end game. It's the shitcoin of shitcoin. I mean, imagine telling your coworker you're quitting because Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 and you coined. Imagine the media reporting on Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 and you. Ticker is Bitcoin, breaking 1 billion market cap. Now, unless you hate money, go ahead and visit
HPOSNI.com.
This token is the end game. It's the shitcoin of shitcoin. I mean, imagine telling your coworker you're quitting because Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 and you coined. Imagine the media reporting on Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 and you. Ticker is Bitcoin, breaking 1 billion market cap. Now, unless you hate money, go ahead and visit
HPOSNI.com.
This token is the end game. It's the shitcoin of shitcoin. I mean, imagine telling your coworker you're quitting because Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 and you coined. Imagine the media reporting on Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 and you. Ticker is Bitcoin, breaking 1 billion market cap. Now, unless you hate money, go ahead and visit
HPOSNI.com.
This token is the end game. It's the shitcoin of shitcoin. I mean, imagine telling your coworker you're quitting because Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 and you coined. Imagine the media reporting on Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 and you. Ticker is Bitcoin, breaking 1 billion market cap. Now, unless you hate money, go ahead and visit
HPOSNI.com.
This token is the end game. It's the shitcoin of shitcoin. I mean, imagine telling your coworker you're quitting because Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 and you coined. Imagine the media reporting on Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 and you. Ticker is Bitcoin, breaking 1 billion market cap. Now, unless you hate money, go ahead and visit
HPOSNI.com.
Hey, what is going on, guys, gals, aliens, and degenerate crypto enthusiasts? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Dano Crypto. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in cryptocurrency ecosystems. So welcome. Hope you guys are having a good day. Happy Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, Crypto Tuesdays here with Dano and the Dano Dojo crew. Real quick, I want to show you guys the merch that we just dropped, and it's looking pretty fresh. So we really liked this logo that has the awesome Sproto that we have as our profile picture. The Sproto Gremlins is our favorite NFT project, and it's so funny that, you know, it's when we first saw it, we were kind of like, but then it grew on us. It started to grow on us. The more that we saw it, I started to attribute a lot of different rarities in my own perception of certain Sprotos. And that's kind of what happens with some of these NFT projects. You really kind of attach to certain rarities. And so, yeah, with this Sproto, I have certain Sprotos that I like with the clean lines or ones that look like they're wearing glasses like me. And so I had to make a logo for the Dano Dojo crew. So if you want to support the channel and just represent being a part of the crypto movement, you can rock some fresh freaking merch, my friends. All right, so let me get myself. Oh, hey, there we go. And so it's just in honor and in ode to my favorite project and art project and collective, the Ticker Bitcoin Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu. And for example, I went out and paid some bills, ran some errands, and I always get compliments on the hat. And I was paying internet, and the Xfinity salesman was like, "Yo, love it." I was like, "You know what it is?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Well, it's a meme coin." He's like, "Oh, really?" I said, "The ticker's Bitcoin." It's that simple. It's that simple, my friends. You got to work for your bags. You have to work for your bags. But so check out the merch. Be a part of the Dano Dojo crew. We have women's t-shirts. We got the sweaters. We got coffee mugs and stickers. And honestly, I think I might even order this shirt myself. I mean, if you want to go full USA mode with the Sproto, USA Sproto, that is the way to go. All right, so just want to remind you guys that we are streaming on just about every damn platform. We are streaming on X, Rumble, Twitch, Kick, YouTube. Are we streaming onto Amazon? I think you can stream just about everywhere now. And pretty soon we'll hopefully get a live stack going, or a sub stack. We call it live stack if we're going live. But yeah, there's you can just live stream everywhere. And that's honestly, why I've been consistently coming here to provide a live stream, talk show, crypto breakdown thesis. We go through the news, we'll pull up the charts. We've shown you entries and trades, and we've shown you either just kind of the overall encompassing narrative, whether it be in the micro with the culture, and then also looking outwardly in the macro to be able to continue to stay bullish on crypto, knowing that banks now, like we've said for months and months, that the banks are eventually going to join in, and Jamie Dimon's not going to call crypto scam or Bitcoin useless, and they're eventually going to start using Ethereum and making applications or dapplications for the banks to be able to set up stable coin liquidity pools and staking ETH. We just got a big announcement that the first Ethereum ETF that was for I believe, we'll check because I think I have it right here, is available to stake. So Grayscales was already able to be staked, and so I believe it was the Bitwise or the BlackRock one, the ETHA. But this is what we've been talking about for a while now. And it was the fact that all of these ETFs are going to be able to get 401k exposure and retirement. A lot of these brokerages and that are servicing retirement accounts, 401ks, whatever it may be, they can have access to these types of ETFs, whether it be a Bitcoin one, Ethereum one. There's now Solana. There's a bunch now. And so that is also a separate narrative of liquidity and cash flow that's going to be coming into here. But then to think the staking aspect of it is they're wanting to generate yields. And the only way that you generate yield is that you have to buy and then hold it and stake it in a pool and hold it for a span of time to get more yield. And so the ETH whales have done this for a long time. And they usually, whenever they get the staking rewards, they usually restake a lot of it. They'll sell some, but then they also restake it. It's a proof of stake model blockchain, so that makes sense that that's going to have staking mechanism. But then also Solana, all of them are already staked approved, because Solana is a proof of stake blockchain as well. And now you see how this is why things are looking good. So overall, here's why, Bitcoin and major tokens are seeing a strong start in 2026. And it has to do, Bitcoin in the broader crypto market has started 2026 with pretty strong gains driven by new year allocations and having bid amid geopolitical tension. So we've seen that with all of the tensions between Venezuela, then we got Russia coming in, kind of saying, oh, we're gonna be on the side of Venezuela. But then wait a second, I thought, we're supposed to be, in good talks with Russia. We're supposed to have a good relationship. But there's just a lot of things going on. But just the bottom line is that there's natural resource, there's oil, there's probably some ancient artifact or some kind of thing that's in Venezuela that they forgot was there. They want to get that. That was the secret reason why the conspiracy theory of why they actually really went into Iraq wasn't about mass destruction, wasn't about oil. It was really they found something crazy there and they wanted to immediately get it. And then but that's just that's a whole nother rabbit hole you might never want to go down. But yeah, during geopolitical tensions and also the dollar getting destroyed, it's pushing precious metals through the roof. So silver and gold. So gold was first, silver's pumping. Silver just hit $80 an ounce. Insane. You look at the metals, and this is, I mean, just look at this. This is it. If we go to the daily chart, we're almost right to our target. We drew this circle and put 93 here. It's like over a year ago. And because we're a little stubborn and we're so all in on crypto, this is where it's guys, it's important. Like I'll tell you firsthand, you can hedge against yourself. You can be very like stubborn and sometimes it works, but like you do have to have a little bit of a hedge against yourself, knowing that like, okay, like I love crypto. Like I said, like I was hooked, but I knew gold and silver was like going to have some value to it. It had the sovereign, you can hold it, the old OGs are going to always like buy the physical. I got the idea of inflation and why you would want to buy the metal, because then that price is going up compared to the value of the actual dollar. You compare it to what the value of it was 15, 20 years ago. And then I get it. I didn't do anything about it. So what you can do and what we can do to maybe add to our strategies that like, look, we can still be all in crypto, but we can like have a bit of a diversification into some stocks that might even be crypto focused or related, but you're at least getting different type of exposure. And there's ways to get that match through a Roth IRA. You can go on Robinhood right now and get exposure into silver, gold through the gold ETF mining trusts like SLVD and GLVD and all those different assets, and also get strategy and preferred stocks and have Robinhood match it through their Roth IRA at a percentage of, I don't know, it's like 10%. So even just doing that can give you maybe like a little bit of a more, not as anxiety, because then if you're just like all in and then you see what happens like this with silver, and then you're like me, where I was charting this thing when it was like $20 or between $20 and $35 an ounce. And I was like, man, this thing's about to pop, because I saw this long cup and handle pattern forming over the weekly. That the same thing happened with gold. Same thing did with gold. You see this pattern, gold, whoop, boom. Silver, look, it's just a different trajectory. You got to stretch it out a little bit. It's different. Gold is like, this was from the 80s, resistance, boom, and it just took this handle complete. Bam, liftoff. Now, why talking about the metals? Because if you compare the volatility rate of how the metals have been since 2016 compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum always still outperform it through the volatility. You just have to hold through these times that suck. But then you have way longer of a trajectory to the upside that outlasts and outweighs the losses of the bear market. So how can we tell that we're in a bull market? I think is a good question. How we can tell that we're in a bull market is there's all those charts that people pull up, the ISM, the business cycle, the liquidity, the M2 money supply. But I think the best way that we can correlate if we're in a bull market or not is to look at the Dixie. There's actually two charts. There's the ETH BTC ratio. You look at the ETH BTC ratio, and I look at this, and I'm like, yeah, we're in a bull market like this. We're in bear territory all down here, and then we hit this resistance, and if you kind of look in tight, this was our little mini bear. We had a little mini bear market going here. But once we're coming back up here, we're in bull market territory, and that's when things are going to look, quote, good again. Good, looks good here, send it. And now, because I truly believe like we're going to get back up into those areas again, and this is when we're going to see stuff flying. And I think the perfect example as a little teaser is what Ponky's doing right now, Pepe, a lot of the OG memes, some of the fundamental stuff. And it's just a matter of time before we see things like AVAX and Chainlink and you know, just all those coins that are 500% plus away from their all-time highs from 2021. I think we're gonna see that again. I think we're gonna see that again. There's a lot of catalysts to lead to that, but we just have to. We don't know. We really don't know. Anyone that says that they know exactly is crazy. We're all speculating here. Dubious speculation. But another great chart, because you're asking this question, is to look at the Dixie. And I've compared the Dixie to Bitcoin. But this one, if we just look at the decline of the dollar, and when the dollar has been in this range, this is when we've been in the peak of the bull market. If you look May 18th in 2017, if you remember, if you compare this and put Ethereum on here, or sorry, I just clicked Sol, not Sol. You click and compare, and this is if you want to do this on TradingView, look up DXY, put it on the weekly chart, and then click the plus sign, add a symbol, Ethereum, type in ETH, new price scale. And do you see how the inverse correlation of the dollar and our altcoin season looks? It's pretty fascinating because look, you see the dollar was down here in 89 and ETH was at $1,372 in that first pop. Okay. Now look at this. Look at this freaking chart. The dollar's up here, goes back up in strength, and look at where ETH went. ETH went to $250 and stayed sideways for into a bear market. And look at what happened. The dollar went down in that range again, and boom, ETH went to $3,263 in 2021 for the altcoin season. This is magic, my friends. No one's doing this. People say I have no good TA and I'm autistic and I'm going nowhere, but guess what? Prove you wrong. I can prove you that a turbo autistic live streamer that breaks down comparisons from gold and silver to the DXY and why we're in a crypto bull run while wearing a ticker Bitcoin hat, might as well put a spinny on it. We're going to get to the top. So look at this. Dollar went back down 2022. Oh, look at where look. Dollar went up, ETH down, and we've just been sideways, okay? Now look at this. ETH went up to this 4,700 almost, you know, we were trying to break the all-time high. We kind of broke all-time high, but it was very short-lived. But look at the decline dollar. Once we get here, bet your freaking tush we're going to be right here. So I think this is the easiest correlation you can have here for Ethereum. Price target over 6K at least. And the fib, I have the Fibonacci on this one. The Fibonacci on the ETH chart is at 8,491. I think that's going to be actually that's the second 2618. If you want a real solid price call here for ETH, it's that first 1618, $5,778. That's like the money shot right there for ETH. We thought we were going to pop out of this little descending, regression channel here, but then we got rugged. We got rugged really hard. So now, if you look at this as a big recovering head and shoulders or something like that, oh my God. We're just going to be trading back up into that 200-day moving average. And I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling. So it might chop around a little bit, but I think the volume's coming in. It looks good. I like it. I'm liking that. And I think the signal is that we're getting these, either if it's whether it's exchanges or it's the whales or it's the small guys, or just maybe because look, people are broke. So let's be honest. If any volume's happening on some of your tokens, it's because like the whales came back in again and the exchanges bought again. So Ponky ripped. Ponky went up 150% over the past 2 days. Insane. Go to our website because I'd like to pull up the bubble. It's insane. And we've been big fans of Ponky for the past couple years. I mean, you guys know this on the channel. Just like, what in the world? Is Ponky in the 300 realm? Let's pull it up. Not pulling up right on the bubbles on here for some reason. But yeah, we were charting this thing. We said, look, this thing is in such a big descending wedge, just waiting to make a move. And we attribute it to, like, we've used the argument, just like ETH, when ETH pumps, like you would think that the coins that have a good liquidity pool set up on Uniswap or wherever will start to get a little bit of a network effect when Ethereum pumps. So when Solana gets some volume, we've had Solana at 123. It was like at 120s and like for a while. So finally we've popped. Solana's up into the 140 range, 139 right now. And so that it actually makes sense that Ponky was able to get that lift off. And I don't attribute it to like, oh, we just had a bunch of shrimps by Ponky. Because like, I'll tell you the truth. I haven't been buying Ponky. I like Ponky, and I was DCAing into Ponky all in here, round tripped gains, did all the stuff, and then rode it all the way to zero, and then I just had nothing left. I had to make a choice to, out of all the things I like, because I like a lot of meme coins. I like a lot of fundamental projects. I like a lot of stuff. I've talked about a lot of stuff on this channel, but I had to make a decision. I was like, I just need to focus on like 6 to 10 coins, and that's it. And I'm allocating to that. I couldn't be like, I'm gonna have like 35 different tokens. I just didn't want to do that. Now you might have a different strategy, but see, for me, I think it's easier. And I've heard this from the OGs and the whales. They say, look, if you can just focus on like even like 6 tokens and just really study them, and you learn the way that the price moves, and you learn how the ecosystem is, you'll be more successful that way than being ADD with like 30, 50 tokens. And it makes sense. So I did that with Ticker Bitcoin and you know, other fundamental like Doge or Pepe, and that's kind of how I've looked at it. Okay, so Headband said, yeah, but what wallets bought it up? Check the bubble maps and actually look. Oh yeah, we can do that. All right, so let's look at the contract. Let's go to the Ponky contract real quick and we'll look at the bubble maps. Headband's like, why don't you just look? It's on chain. Jesus. Yeah, because look, I've talked about Ponky for so long, and that's one of the trades I explained. I've messed up. I messed up the Ponky trades so bad, guys. You don't understand. I saw Ponky way before it was like the viral meme, before it was all like, it was like, had to put the helmet on. I saw this thing on chain when I was like early on Solana. And I was like, this monkey thing, it's funny. It's like a monkey Pepe. It's like, that's how I feel with Brett. Brett is like the same thing. I found Brett massively early. Super, super early. Just a woo. Sorry, guys. Something is not working with Dex Screener. There we go. Okay. Give me just a second, guys. My computer is being crazy. This might work. Hold on. Give me just a second. And guys, let me know how you're doing in the chat. And thanks for coming in. I see some people I haven't seen in a while. I like Eric Espacino in the house. We got Andrew. Got Mr. Andy. We have Clean Living. We got Mr. Tank. Okay. Oh my God. I'm using 90% of my CPU. Yeah, no wonder I'm lagging. Holy crap. What in the Lord? Yeah, I'm using 100% of my CPU. Like, what is going on? That's crazy. What is even bogging it down so much? Holy moly. We have to optimize. We have to go into gamer boost mode. Hold on. But yeah, welcome. We got Cryptic. Got Cryptic in the house. Is it? Oh, Cryptic. Is this Headband? Is that your friend that you sent me? You sent me your friend. Hold on. Okay, I think this is still really bad. All right. All right, we're gonna do our best, even if it's lagging. Sorry, guys. I might be like a little jittery. Okay, Ponky. Yep, I remember seeing this. I feel like 2 years ago. Like I saw this 2 years ago. I might need to go on chain on my wallet and just see like what exactly when I bought. Because I might even be able to go in my videos, because I was in my lives, because I was talking about this when it was like down here at like, it was at like, it was around the market cap it was at right now, which is hilarious. It was about the market cap it was at right now. And I just saw this thing megaphoning, and I remember drawing a megaphone with a Ponky going like screaming. So this is to prove like receipts that I was like, man, I feel like this thing is going to pop. Like I see that it's like, it's got potential. It's an easy meme. And I remember drawing like a target of, I think right around here. It was like, yeah, I was like, this thing's going to go to $1, $1.50, $2 Ponky. I got the posts and the receipts. But I don't have the cash in the bank to prove that I was right, though, you know. that's the sad truth, though. But at least I can admit it, you know. We can strive to do better, you know. That is the difference. It's like I can tell you, look, I discovered all the great things that actually went to billions, and I round tripped it, and I've messed it up. But I'm sure you guys have very similar stories. Very, very similar stories. And if you look at this volatility rate of Bitcoin and Ethereum, while all the crypto people on the timeline right now are talking about gold and silver and buying copper and stuff like that, like you can still be bullish on Bitcoin and Ethereum and know that there is going to be better days. All right. So if you read the title, we had the 2-minute chart open on Ethereum. We had that 2-minute chart open on Ethereum last night, and we said, oh no, what are we about to do? Are we about to trade this market? When you got the 2-minute chart up, it's time to go. So we have the 2-minute chart up, and we're actually 2 coins, 2 different altcoins that I haven't seen like moon yet, where I've seen some stuff picking up some speed. Like, for instance, one of the protocols that we've mentioned on this channel before, Zeus protocol on Solana went up 53%. So it's another example of when we start getting a little bit of traction, a little Solana, get a little bump. And that thing's like 1,000% away from all-time high still. But AVAX and Link haven't moved yet. So I'm waiting for AVAX and Link to just like pull another pop here, get up into, you know, that $15 range on Link. And, you know, because look, Chainlink and AVAX are in the same price ranges. They're in that same exact price range. They're just like, there's no reason for it not to pop up. And if you're looking at it on the daily chart, you can see where we got a couple different levels of resistance, like at $16, we got it at like $20 for Link. You go to AVAX, and I mean, look at this. I mean, there's no reason for it not to be just popping right back up into the $23 range. First resistance, you know, hitting at $18 and $21, but then the full range that we'd be trading back up to is $24. So I'm not sure if I, you know, have gotten into a little bit too late, because you can see my entry here is right up into some first resistance points instead of catching it right here or right here in this little spot where it was kind of pulling a little bit sideways. So I wasn't as quick on that particular draw, but we'll just see. We'll have to see. We appreciate you guys coming in today. Thanks for tuning in. And I'm so sorry that this thing is lagging. I might have to like stop the stream or something. But I think we've streamed for long enough. We've been streaming for 41 minutes. So I think we got enough of a little bit of what we wanted to cover today. Do some chart analysis. Moonpay says, friendly reminder, you're living through the most transformative shift in technology and finance of your lifetime. And I'd say I agree. I agree. Excuse me. I've still been getting over it, and I'm being a little sick in my voice. I'm having a hard time. I was on the Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 EU Backpack Reddit. I was reading some comments. I saw one from Logie Kerman 4 years ago. I will remember this once I'm a crypto millionaire. 4 years ago. There's currently a competition going on. It is a meme battle. So you have to make, it's like whoever can make the best meme for red coin and blue coin. This is a buddy's project. And, just think something like, something like this. Obviously you can use AI, you can do all kinds of stuff, but it's pretty cool. And you'll get sent some red coin or blue coin, whichever one. So it's kind of like a red versus blue. It's kind of like, it reminds me of Halo, to be honest. So like back in the day when I played Halo Custom Edition, Halo C, Combat Evolved, I loved watching red versus blue videos with, McGriff and Caboose. All those characters are so funny. And the little, it was just like slapstick, like old, almost like E-Bomb's World humor, but with Halo, and it was just great. It was like perfect for the time. And that's what it reminds me of. So I think it's very nostalgic. But yeah, meme contest, you can check it out. I reposted it on the X. But last night I noticed something. Pepe's posting a lot. Pepe's kind of coming back. They're giving hints. They're like, look at this. They posted this white square, but with the Pepe in the corner. I came in and I said, well, this is how I see this. I broke down a meme thesis for my wife. And I have to practice these thesis breakdowns on my wife. And, I'm not going to apologize for it because it helps me to break it down to even the crypto people that still can't seem to understand this. Okay. So when it comes to a coin, let's say these coins that have come out, they're like, some of these Solana coins, they're getting some traction. They're getting a couple $1 million, and even sometimes they'll get a lot of flow or trading volume into it, but it doesn't seem to really move the coin like you would think. And I think the difference is that when you look at something like, say, Dogecoin or Pepe or Shiba Inu or, some of these OG coins, you have a higher probability of exiting out. Because I don't want to say making money, because you might break even. It just all depends. It's all relative. What time you're getting into the chart, when you're getting into the chart. It's a meme coin. It's a collectible. It is a open chart. It's not guaranteed of any type of financial gain at all. It's not a security. It's a freaking collectible asset on the internet. That's how you have to think about it. Because if you don't word it that way, then then the government can say, well, you make capital gains tax. Yeah, get out of my face. So when you're looking at Pepe and you look at the supply, and then you look at how many people are on the planet, and you look at what the liquidity represents, and how the exchanges are mostly the ones that hold a lot of this supply too. They're getting ready for normies and people to, if they do wake up to this fact, that they can buy a frog coin or a dog coin, and they're getting a better price entry of getting exposure into crypto, but then something that's fun, something that has an image tied to it. Like normies don't understand ETH, they don't understand Bitcoin, they don't understand dexes or anything like that, or providing liquidity. They just understand that's funny and I'm gonna buy that. That's hilarious. I like dogs. I think, and then, oh, that's hilarious. Oh, Pepe. Oh, that cat's cute. And you have more of an opportunity to actually be able to be part more of a movement, and not to say that you're going to make any money, but it's just going to react different when action starts happening. And we've seen it. I mean, look, it's in the chart. I mean, I don't know what else to show you. So it's always over until it's not. And we have to be smart enough to not give up when we get hit with the quote vampire attacks that have been happening over the past 4 years and 5 years. It's not easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. If it was so easy, everyone would be a freaking millionaire and be crypto rich and all that stuff. So this is why we're here. We're trying to figure it out. We're trying to do this together. It's called the Dano Dojo crew. It's not about me. I've made so many mistakes that I've like been in a ball and the headbands laughed at me when I've said this, but like I've been feeling like I was on top of the world to like literally in the fetal position, crying with the shower pouring on my head, being like, like insane. That's what crypto will do to you. In 4 years, you will go through an emotional roller coaster. You'll be like, oh yeah, I'm flying to Dubai, to being like, literally sounding like the guy that got the intervention. His whole family got him. He's like, like the worst cry. That's what crypto people sound like. It's like, that's why I didn't say anything when someone mentioned crypto at a birthday party I was just at. I had a damn grenade flash. They were like, oh, do you invest in crypto? And it was like, and I said, yeah. Yeah, I've kind of dabbled in it a little bit. People don't understand, man. But they will. But this is why we're here. This is why we're here. And Doge is loading up, my friends. Like it's very simple. It's like we're gonna go back. We've talked about this. You go back to basics. You know, we've had our fun with the launch pads and a lot of these coins, and you know, we're experimenting a little bit with that ourselves. You know, it's stuff. You could just do stuff on chain, you know. Trump launching his meme coin was a perfect example of like the Wild West rodeo that is now the United States SEC and pro crypto, like everything. So we came out of like the dungeon keep of like, what's the place that Monte Cristo gets thrown into? The Count of Monte Cristo? It's like, what is that place called? They're like, oh no, it's like the worst prison. Chateau something. We were in there with Gary Gensler. And he was like, I will inflict pain every day. And you will beg for me to stop, but then you know, like literally that's where we just came out of. But now it's like everyone and their grandma can launch a token and We got, you know, people pooping robot NFTs in Miami. So look where we're at. And so we just need to we got to go back to basics. No, NFTs are going to have a cycle again. Crypto gaming is going to have a cycle again. All the fundamental tokens are going to start pumping again. You're going to see Doge go to $1. Doge hasn't even, listen to me. Doge hasn't even gone to a damn dollar yet. And you're asking me, Doge hasn't even gone to $1 yet. Ticker Bitcoin hasn't hit 50 cents yet. There something is just coiling up, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait for it. So in order to prepare people, I don't know how many people are watching right now. I don't care. If there's some new people watching right now and whatever platform you're watching, if you haven't set up a digital wallet yet, I suggest you do so. You can do it a couple different ways. You can use a centralized exchange, which is something like Crypto.com or Coinbase. You can use these exchanges internationally or domestically, US, wherever you are, United States, North America. Most countries are available for these centralized exchanges. You can even, I mean, there's Kraken, there's Gemini, I mean, whatever you choose. But I have links in the description for Crypto.com if you'd like to test it out. You can set up a wallet there, and most of these exchanges also have a DeFi wallet that you can use and experiment with as well. But I suggest if you're brand new, you just go and use the centralized exchange. You can get an idea. A lot of the times it has little tutorials on there, so check it out. If you want to go the full decentralized method, then you would download a cold wallet, or sorry, it's called a hot wallet. That is like a MetaMask or a Phantom. Both of these wallets now have access to all of the crypto networks like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all of the new layer 2s and layer 1s like Sui. We have Solana, and it's got a lot of capabilities to also hold tokens, get access to applications through the websites, because inside of these decentralized wallets is a web browser. Most people that are normies and haven't downloaded a digital wallet don't know that that is actually inside of the wallet. There's a browser. It's usually powered by different search engines that you can choose to go through, depending on the wallet. But the reason why there's a browser built into it is because your wallet is a digital address and a way that you sign a smart contract transaction to prove that it's you signing into the website. So just like in the wallet, you can do this on your phone, you can do this on a web application, and this is how you can get access to decentralized ecosystems and crypto finance on your phone. And I suggest doing both of these things and testing out the ecosystems, because this is what everyone eventually is going to be using in some type of way or fashion, whether they might even realize it or not. But crypto is going to be the powering back-end on-chain mechanism for the entire financial ecosystem. Trump is signaling this. People have been signaling it for years, but now the president is signaling it by like, I launched my own meme coin. I got my sons running DeFi. We got mining operations going in the United States. We're not telling anyone really, tongue in cheek, really that we're going to sell a lot of the gold at all-time highs and then set literally a brand new money system by killing the dollar and then making a Bitcoin standard. They might not be actually saying that out loud, but I can smell it. So you need to learn how to use crypto right now. The banks are coming in. The banks are already getting and trying to implement a way for you to hold your crypto on their platforms. But guess what? They're going to charge you more money. So like for, if you've used Bank of America over the years, you've probably given them thousands of dollars in fees. And even credit unions now are being taken over by national big banks. For instance, a local credit union here got taken over by, you know, a big bank. And now I noticed that they are just charging for all kinds of shit left and right. So it's like, you need to start figuring out a way that you can start generating fees by having your money work for you. And me and Headband were actually talking about this. And this is why people need to start learning about this now, because guess what? The stablecoin super cycle is coming in hot, and we need to be able to generate yield and learn how to use DeFi and liquidity pools to be able to arbitrage and make money from this. All the big players doing this right now, and we need to do the same. So, because remember, inflation is more than 10% a year because shit's so expensive that it costs $500 almost for groceries to last you about a week and a half, 2 weeks maybe. That's if you're wanting to eat healthy, good, wholesome, good food, organic. It's expensive. And to say, oh, why don't you just grow it yourself? It's expensive too. You know how much soil is? You know how much all that shit is you have to grow stuff? It's expensive. I've tried it. So it doesn't, any way you slice it, it's expensive as hell. So you have to figure out a way to buy collectible token digital money online. And then also with that, knowing that the fiat system is so fake and they're just printing the money, and they're minting these coins, minting stuff. So that's also, quote, it's not really backed by anything either, but it's generating yield. Okay, let's get it. So download these wallets, test them out, and let's make it happen. Let's do it. I don't know how many new people are watching. I'm sure you guys are all probably OG. I mean, you're super OG. Sorry, my computer has just completely died. It's got way too hot. It got way too hot and it can't be saved. All right, well, real quick, we will look at the Bitcoin price. Is that the Bitcoin price? Let's refresh our ticker here. See if that's correct. Yeah, none of our stuff was working very, very well. Just kind of went down. Okay. I think my final TA for the live stream is $106,000 Bitcoin on my birthday. On the 23rd of this month, right there, we're going to get $106,000, $107,000 Bitcoin. Because why not? Happy birthday. All right. Oh, we actually got some nice liquidity sitting right here at 92. I mean, if anything, we just hit 92. We'll just get to, bounce up a little bit. Might get a little boom. And why? Because if you look at the liquidation, look, A lot of liquidations that happened at 95. We gotta hit him again a little bit. We gotta hit him again. That's probably what's gonna happen. Feel that. Hit him again. Hit him a little bit low. Look, there's just that's nice liquidity sitting right there from a previous order block. And then we got some more shorts to liquidate right here, and we break through here. We break through these order blocks with some volume. The next like pop, we'll be popping close to 100K. We'd be getting into this order block, and like I would wonder if the whales would like to push it. I would like that. But we can only hope for the best, right? But all right, my friends. I think that's it. Like anything else, we'll look at like, okay, on our list, AGI is up 13%, Renders up 9%, XYO 5%, Nakamoto Games 2%, EBTC ratio chart is up 2%, Polygon is up 1%, Sol BTC ratio is going up 2%, Radium 1.7. So yeah, that's the stuff that's in the green. And then things that are down a little bit, Litecoin, Link, Algo, Bitcoin down a little bit, 1.4%. What else? Orca down 1.8%, Bonk, Loki, Shib, like a lot of this stuff, XRP Crow down 3%, Doge down 4%, ticker Bitcoin 6, Pepe 7. So, yep. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I'm so sorry for the laggy stream. I still wanted to I wanted to end it or to continue, at least get an hour stream in, but I really do appreciate you guys coming in for today and supporting the live stream, commenting, hitting the like button, sharing it if you did. Whatever platform you are watching on, just make sure you leave a comment, share it with a friend that uses the same live stream platform so then you can get them to start watching the channel. And then we can just start having like a bing bong effect, because I've said this before, I haven't spent a dime on advertising on this channel. All of this has been from organic growth with either me collaborating with channels or channels giving me a shout out or channels like Army Piper or Trade Intuition, or like a bunch of Jason Casper's given me like shout out a couple times where it's actually helped really grow the channel. So we've tried to build this thing organically and just continue to be as consistent as possible. So we would love, without having to actually spend money on advertisement, is to freaking grow this damn thing organic, OG style, GarageBand, flyers out of the back of the Camino. I don't freaking know, but I think it'd be fun. So help me with this mission, and we can be the biggest freaking crypto crew that ever existed. And then when we all want to meet up at one of these crypto conferences, we show up with the Dano Dojo crew shirts, and we like Kool-Aid Man bust in. And we go, oh yeah, we're here to take over. All right. Love you guys. Peace out. Have a good day. We'll see you on the next one.
The shitcoin is shitcoin. I mean, imagine telling your coworker you're quitting because Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic, 10 and you coin. Imagine the media reporting on Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic, 10 and you. Ticker is Bitcoin, breaking 1 billion market cap. Now, unless you make money, go ahead and visit
HJEMFZ.com.
This token is the end game. It's the shitcoin is shitcoin. I I mean, imagine telling your coworkers you're quitting because Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 and you coined. Imagine the media reporting on Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 and you. Ticker is Bitcoin, breaking 1 billion market cap. Now, unless you hate money, go ahead and visit
HPOSNI.com.